Hello everybody and welcome to this explainer video on how to implement the Excel financial model NDA. This provides the full VBA code to implement this NDA to protect both you and your financial models. So the code is available on Gumroad, and this video will explain the installation instructions step by step. So let's go ahead and purchase that. Let's add that to our cart. So once you're on the checkout page, then you'd be able to clearly see the instructions. You can apply a discount code as well there if you like, and I will provide a discount code for this. Once you've checked out, you will see the full implementation guide and a full text explanation of how to build in the NDA code. To start off with, we'll open your Excel model and we need to access the VBA editor. We can do this by typing F11, Alt F11, or go to the developer tab on the ribbon and we can access the VBA editor there. We need to insert two types of modules or elements: a user form, which is the actual form that the users will see, and we see it there. We right click, go insert and user form. And we also need to insert a module, which we'll do just now or later on, which will have all the code. The user form is what the user, somebody who opens your model from scratch, sees. So it's what's displayed to them when the model's opened. So you'll want to say maybe, hello, welcome to my model, and all of the text for the disclaimer. You can do this using labels. So we'll see there, I'll put in a couple of labels. I'm going to put in one for the heading, which just might say, this is my model disclaimer. And you can change the text color, the font, the size. I'm going to make that nice and big so it's easily visible to anybody who opens this up. I'm going to insert another label there, which will have all the text for the actual NDA and disclaimer. It's more of a disclaimer than an NDA. So I'm going to put in the text, and I've also provided some text for you in the model checkout page or the implementation guide page that you can use if you don't have a legal team or you don't have your own text. Underneath that, you want to insert two command buttons. The one will be to accept the disclaimer. That will then open up the Excel model. And the other one will be to decline or not accept the disclaimer, and that will close the Excel model. So going back to the explanation text, you can see I've provided how the button should be named, which you can do in the VBA editor. And the caption might say accept, or I accept this NDA or disclaimer. Again, you can change the font there, make it nice, big, clear. You might even want to make that button green. For the decline, again, I provide a name for the button. The names are quite important for the command buttons because that's going to link to the code. And again, the text might say I do not accept or decline. And I'm going to change the text or the caption for the label there now. If we scroll a bit down on the implementation page with all the instructions, we can see all the code there. So I'm going to go and select all that code. You need to select all of that code. That's the code that's behind the user form. So you want to select all the code there. You want to right click on the user form and click view code. And you want to paste all that code there. Underneath that is the code for that sits actually in the workbook, and that's the code that runs when the workbook is opened to say, hey, when this workbook is opened, we need to show this disclaimer. So I'm going to copy and paste the code there. I'm going to save the model. Now, when you save your model might be in XLSX format. Quite important, you need to save this in XLSM format because there is now a VBA macro, so it is a macro-enabled workbook. Finally, there's a little bit of code that goes into a brand new module that displays the user form. So we need to insert a module and go and paste that code there. There you can see the confidentiality notice or disclaimer text that you can use. Feel free to use that if you don't have your own text or in-house legal that will provide that to you. And when you open the model, there you go. That's what the disclaimer looks like. And of course, you can download it now and use the discount code down below.